For anyone who loves Pokemon and owls, this will be a great gift with a puzzlesome twist. Today I'll be showing you how to make Rowlet from Pokemon out of Perler beads. Also, don't worry if you don't have the hexagonal pegboard for the feet. I'll be showing you another simpler way. So, just in case you don't have the hexagonal pegboard needed to make the feet of Rowlet, you can always use a square pegboard. And here, I'm just going to show you how. So first, we're going to grab our cheddar beads, and we're going to lay out a row of 7. After this, we're going to take 4 beads, and we're going to put them 1 row under. Next, we're just going to take 1 bead and we're going to put it right in the middle so that it lines up. Next, we're going to take a bit of masking tape. So we're going to grab our masking tape and we're going to just rip off a piece. After this, we're going to horizontally stick it onto the pegboard, making sure that all of the beads are covered. Next, we're just going to take it off and we're going to put it on the table, putting the pegboard aside. Also, this is kind of a side note, all of the pieces of Rowlet will fit on this small pegboard just in case you don't have the big one. So here, we're just going to put it on like this, and here's the legs. So we're going to, first, we're going to put in these middle beads. I'm going to put 1 in there and 1 into here. Now pressing them down, that'll ensure a better fit. Now also, as you can see, they're kind of off. We can always use our fingers to move the bead around on the masking tape. Also make sure that it is aligned in a straight line. Also, the closer the beads are together, the better they're going to fuse. So, like this, the beads are centered. At least almost. The more you push them, the faster they're going to move, and therefore they're going to pop into the position faster. Also, make sure to check out the description of this video, and make sure also to join our Discord where I commonly post the files for each model. So here, now we're going to put a row of 4 on top of this one. Also make sure to use your fingers to push the beads into the proper position. Next, we're going to take another 2 beads and we're going to put them on top this way. So this is what you should be having now. Oh, 1 bead just moved a bit. Now, we're going to be starting to move on to working on the bottom. So, we're going to take 6 beads, and we're going to make beads over here, and here. And as you can see, I just laid down a small 3 bead line. We're going to repeat that same thing on the other side of this long 7 bead row. Next, we're gonna grab 2 beads and we're gonna put one of them over here, and the other one we're just gonna continue this line over here. Next, we're just gonna repeat the same step but on the other side. After this, we're gonna take only 2 beads and we're gonna put them in right where I put them. Now the feet of Rowlet are finished. As you can see, if I put this part on top, they are pretty much identical. So it doesn't really matter if you use the hexagonal pegboard or the masking tape. It's all going to turn out the same way. And now it's time for finishing off the assembly. Once the legs are all laid out and complete, it's time to put them together, starting from the bottommost panel, which is just the feet. So we're going to take this panel, and we're going to also take these two small connectors, and we're going to insert them, making sure that the orange bead is facing the legs, like this. Next, we're going to repeat the step, but with the other connector. So once these are in, we're going to put the bottom panel of the connector that's going to connect the legs to the body of Rowlet. So we're going to put it in so that all of the 4 holes are connected to the legs. And now we're going to push them all the way through. After this, we're going to take the top panel and we're just going to slide it on the same way we did with the bottom panel. And now that it's done, it's time for the next step. All these pieces are the parts for the back of the owl. Also, as you can see, I am implementing a new type of connector, which was first seen in the spaceship model. It is basically a connector that hooks on to this middle rod so that the back holds on better. So first we're just going to take the rigging panel, and we're going to take one of these U-shaped connectors, or you can say they're just N-shaped, and we're going to push them in, making sure that the straight line is facing the bottom. Also, the white in the rigging panel is the bottom too. So we're just going to slide them to the side, and we're going to pop them in like so. Also, if they click, that means it's a good fit. Next, we're going to flip over the panel, and then holding the connectors, we're going to push in the back with the tail feathers, and making sure that they connect straight into the connectors. That should mean it's secured. Next, we're going to take this panel and making sure that these 3 beads, which are going to be kind of like fluff on the bottom of the tail, we're going to put them in, making sure that they are facing downwards. And now pushing in the connectors in case they fell out. It should connect the whole back really well. And making sure that they're holding well, I just do that by trying to slide the back panel up and down. If it doesn't slide, that means it's secure, and it's time for the next step. Here are all the pieces you'll be needing to make the face and the beak of the owl. So first we're just going to take the beak and we're going to put it straight on top of Rowlet. Next we're going to turn it a bit around, and taking this white connectors and holding the beak in place, we're going to put them into the top holes. Next we're going to rotate the face, and we're going to put it in like so. Next we're just going to take the connectors that are going to have the parts of the leaves, which have this little green bead, and we're going to put it in to the lower holes, making sure that they click to ensure a good fit. And now that the face is complete, it's time for the final steps. So the final assembly we're going to be needing for Rowlet is to do the front. So we're going to take the front rigging panel and this top connector, which is going to help secure the face, and we're going to slide it into the top, making sure that it's on the lowest position possible. Next, we're going to take the top of the most panel, and we're just going to take it and slide it on, completing the top of Rowlet's head. Next, we're going to take her wings, and we're going to put them into the sides, making sure that they click. And now we're going to take the other side, and we're going to put it in. And now that you've made all of the sets of pieces, it's time to put Rowlet together. We're going to start putting together Rowlet, starting with the back and the bottom. So we're going to take the bottom panel and making sure that the feet are facing forward and the back is of course on the back. We're just gonna stick it in 2 beads. Next, we're gonna take this front panel and we're just gonna stick it on as well. Now, we're just gonna push it on so that all of the beads click into place. And also, if the wings fall out, if you take out the wings, it's gonna help put everything together. But after that, make sure to put them back in. They also help connect the back with the top and the front. Like this. Now, the final part we need to complete Rowlet is to take its face and we're just gonna stick it into the front. And now Rowlet is complete. And I hope you guys enjoyed building this model. And if you did, please leave a like, subscribe, join my Discord in the description, and please comment what you want me to build next. And as always, I'll see you next time.